Naya Mughal's rating is basically around 600. Ashvik is also around 600 on chess.com. So this is probably a close game. Let's see. Ashvik played e4. Naya Mughal played d5. So we have the opening of last month, the Scandinavian defense. Ashvik of course knows how to deal with the Scandinavian. He takes it. Queen takes back. And then he plays knight c3, attacking the queen. Queen went to a5. So two options were this and this. Hello, wait. So now, what is the main move here for white? Let's see how many of you remember last month's opening. Vihan.
Sir, bishop to b5.
Bishop to b5, getting hit with c6. That's a terrible move. Black anyway wants to play c6 in this opening. You're simply helping black by getting kicked.
So d4.
Yeah, d4. Good, Ashvik. No wonder you are the opening expert here. Wait, please sit down. So d4 is the main move. You need to control the center, and black wants to play c6, bishop out, e6, right? So d4, e6 was chosen by Naya Mughal. Now Ashvik plays knight to f3.
I don't remember her playing c6 any soon.
Yeah, she plays bishop to b4. Now let's ask Aryan. What will you? Calmness. Behave properly.
Okay, so
There's no need to run. Yes, Aryan, what will you play for? White is the question. You can think and answer. There's no need to raise hand now, guys. I'm asking Aryan. After that, I'll ask couples. Time to decide, Aryan. You need to make a decision about what to play. This is just the opening. You got to decide. Are you close to making a decision?
a3.
A3. All right. Let's ask. One second. What will you play here for white?
So same a3.
Okay. Let's ask Vihan.
Sir, bishop to d2.
Okay. Arav.
Bishop d2.
Ved.
Bishop to d2.
Okay. So both Ahan and Aryan. You're not even seeing the threat. The guy has just played bishop b4. It's a direct threat over here. Takes. You're losing a pawn for free. And it will be a fork.
No, sir. Bishop can.
Bishop can block. It is still a fork, right? You won't lose a rook, but it's a fork. So you lose a pawn for free. So this is a threat. So you have to defend this. We have to see our opponent's last move properly. a3 is like inviting him to do what he wants to do. So of course bishop d2 was played by Ashvik. And now opponent played pawn to b6. Naya Mughal played pawn b6. Trying to develop the bishop here, which is sensible, but the queen is a bit stuck. And now Ashvik played a3. Makes sense. Bishop goes to d6. And Ashvik played his bishop to d3. And Naya Mughal played queen to h5.
Sir, he could have.
Queen was anyway not doing anything there, and there was a discord attack, yeah?
Sir, Ashok could have played pawn to b4 when the queen was on a5. Sir.
You can, but queen anyway move. It doesn't help your position, yeah. So it is possible, but you would want to first castle and do all that, no? Yes, Vihan?
Sir, knight can play to g5.
So what does it do?
Then the exchange.
So does it help your position?
Like it will be just a equal position.
But you are wasting a move. Is your knight better here? So you're wasting a move just to exchange. That is the kind of chess we should not play. If you have a good position, you have active pieces, why should you beg for the exchange? You should do what is best for you, which is castling. Right? So let's see what he did. He played g3. That's a bad move. Because you're weakening all these light squares. There's no bishop here. If your bishop is fianchetted here, good. You played g3, but bishop is there, light squares are controlled. And making it even worse, opponent is going to put a bishop here. So all your light squares are going to be so weak, and there will be a dragon sitting there, looking at the light squares.
I think I
really
did
strong,
something
but
there,
like I don't remember what I did, but I saw something.
Sir,
You saw that if I castle, she'll give checkmate, but there's no checkmate, knight is there. That's what you saw.
I didn't
Sir,
Then why else would you play g3?
sir,
I don't
it's
know
a
why you would
free
play
knight.
g3.
Okay. Oh no, it's the bishop.
Vihan, first look, think, then speak. As soon as you see something, don't speak.
Yeah, I thought it
Think.
was
The second step is important. Yeah, that's what.
Sir,
So
he could have played bishop to e4.
he
How
could
can
have
it be a
castled it.
checkmate?
Bishop e4, yes, e6.
So how can
If you listened, you would have understood Vihan. Now let's move on. So he played g3 unnecessarily, seeing a ghost threat of Is that a toy, Ahan?
No.
Oh, sir. As if I am doing the wrong thing here. Okay, so after G3, it's definitely a
Like,
better
I was trying
position.
to prevent future threats.
Future threats. You're making the position even worse by defending threats that are not even there. So
But the
G3.
bishop would play B7. Then.
Of course, he will play bishop e7. Now that's even better for him because the bishop is so strong. There's a pin which wouldn't have been there if the pawn was here. So the best thing is just to castle. Then bishop e7 and then takes. But then you can play x3 or g3. x3 is better in that case because at least the squares are not weak. So yeah, I understand now why you played it. He was scared of this. But when he plays it, then you can defend. The pieces are not toys. The clock is not toy. You need to focus here. You were touching the pieces.
But sir, in the game, I thought of the checkmate. That's why I played that.
But there's no threat, na? When the threat comes, then it's the best time to defend. Otherwise, we're just defending too early. So bishop b7 was played, of course, and now he can't castle. There is a threat, is there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Sir, we
bishop
can
takes
take-
knight is a
Sir,
threat, or queen
if
takes
the
knight.
right moves, then the
Sir, we can.
Yeah. So what should white do here?
Bishop e4.
Yeah, bishop
bishop to
e4.
e4, 2.
Bishop e4, active. Neutralize this
Yeah.
piece.
I didn't see the right.
That's what it see, think, then decide. Look at your options before you decide. So bishop e4 was chosen by Ashvik. Good decision because that bishop is a good piece there. So takes and knight takes happened. And now Naya Mughal calmly developed a knight. Should white castle now?
How do you pronounce it?
Sir, take the.
Naya Mughal.
Sir,
Her
take the
username is
bishop.
Kar Mughal.
No.
Yes, Vihan.
Take the
Vihan,
bishop
second
castle.
step. That second step is very important. You are ignoring this. See,
Oh.
think, speak.
Sir,
Is she like a.
sir, the knight should take the bishop and queen castle.
Yeah. This bishop is slightly stronger, you could say. So knight take bishop makes sense. Let's see what he did. He played queen e2. Ashwin decided to spice things up a little bit. He wants to castle long, maybe. Okay, so queen e2.
All the
And
games I
here-
won is I castled
Sir,
in the
but-
opposite side.
Yeah, but what?
Sir, but Naya Mughal can exchange.
Exchange what?
the-
Arrow thought he will play this. That's what Nayamughal also thought. She thought this is a pin and she just took the pawn. Blunder.
Sir, somebody's pen.
Just leave it there, Arrow.
Who's
So,
better than Kg7?
yeah, our Ahan is a big fan of pens.
You know.
Wait.
This
Okay.
is.
And now Ashvik gets a full piece, takes it.
Did I play?
Nayamughal exchanged queens. And then knight took back because Ashvik wants to
Castle.
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 Bishop to e5. So now this is a winning position for Ashvik. Yeah, so he didn't have to do much work, but he played some good moves. Like exchanging of this bishop was a good
Sir,
move.
he should play bishop to c3.
Or
O2.
you thought of nothing else. See, one mistake you make, Vihan, is you're making it very often. You are seeing one move, playing it. Consider all your options. I'm not saying bishop c3 is bad. I'm saying you're not even thinking of other things. So you're seeing one move, playing it. That's not the way to play chess. See your options and decide then. So what is the best move, Aryan?
Can be.
Let me ask Ahan.
Castling?
Castling says Ahan.
Castling on the long side.
On the long side. Wait, what do you say?
Oh.
Sir, I think.
Wait, this is a long thing.
Castle is wrong.
Okay, so there are options, which is what Vihan doesn't realize. He plays bishop c3. c3 is an option because then you can put knight to d4. Bishop c3 is an option. Knight c3 is an option. Castling is the best option here. That's what Ashvik did. So if you want to play good moves, you have to think. That is important. Look at your options. So castling was
All
done.
the
Play
games
that,
I played low
then I
time.
want to play that.
What's the need for that? You're defending this by castling, so you don't need to play bishop c3 and exchange of the bishops.
So in all the games I got very low time.
Okay. Even in these class games, you go only one time, right? So castles, knight to h6 by them because she didn't want to exchange one more piece. And now Ashvik plays a calm move, king b1, tucking the king away. That's of course useful. Now it's time to play bishop c3 or f4 and kick this bishop.
I think you should play bishop to e3. But then
You
tried-
played knight g4. So wait.
If
No, opponent played knight g4. Nemugul played knight g4. Now comes the question to... Wait, what will you play here for white? Time to decide with.
I think he should play bishop to e3.
Okay, so there is a slight threat of f5 and then knight takes pawn. So you have to
why
defend
f5?
it. Directly play, give up the knight, is it? This knight? So you can't directly play this. So opponent's threat is f5 and then knight takes pawn will win the next siege.
Then what about pawn to f4?
You can do that.
So-
Yeah, f4 is possible, but you will again have to defend after that, right? After bishop
Yeah.
d6, you will anyway have to defend f2.
What if we exchange?
Then you will definitely have to defend. After exchange take back, then again you will defend. No? So you can't run away from defending this. This is a threat. Like either next move or after f5.
So couldn't you just go f4, bishop d6 and then f1, rook
Sir,
f4?
but that will be already protected
Yeah,
by
that's
the
good.
G3 point. Pawn
g3?
G3 point.
How is g3 from protecting f2, mister?
Sir, see, I told pawn to f4, the bishop goes back,
Hmm.
and then knight captures.
Pawn takes.
Then the pawn was already protected.
What is the threat right now? After takes, what is black's threat, you think? Knight f2, so pawn is, how is it protected? G pawn is protecting this, sir. What are you saying, Mr. Aru? Nobody protected it. Knight f2 is a big threat, no?
If
Same.
those two pawns were black,
Okay, no dream scenarios. Let's focus. So there is a slight threat in the air. So bishop e3 is a good option because already is a piece up. So it makes sense to allow the exchange of more pieces. He plays rook f1 as Ashvik, which is good. f4 is also good. So after rook f1, Nemugul castle it,
Then I played f4.
and now f4. You remember this? Nice. Good. It's round 2, but you remember this one? That's good. f4, bishop went back to d6. Should white exchange?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're up material, so why not, right? So takes. What is the next order of business?
So
I
bishop
like the
to
move
b4.
bishop b4.
Yeah, that's good, but before that, you can do something for free.
So no, pawn h3.
Yeah, kick the knight, that's what he does. Kick the knight back,
I played
because
h3.
there are slight that your rook can't move easily. Yeah, you played h3.
Oh, okay.
Knight went back to f6.
Now bishop b4.
Yeah, now you have to play with the piece. Ashvik is just pushing his h pawn. That is not good. This is not an endgame to start running with pawns. I mean, it's an endgame, but not the time to run with pawns. You
Now
got
the
to...
knight
No,
will
I'm trying to
jump.
attack.
Knight's
his
legging
king
come
side.
to Huh?
I'm trying to attack his king side.
With what, mister? What do you have to attack his
So
king
make his
side?
pawn such a bad with the pawn.
How will you make his pawn?
So he has a rook.
You can get till h6, but then he'll play g6. So it will take time. In a middle game, this makes sense because you're attacking. Here, you're not attacking. You're just trying to get the pawn to h6. But that takes like 3 moves. Better things he can do. He can bring his rook double on the c file. By the time you get the h pawn, there will be 2 rooks sitting there attacking c2. So those things we don't want. Play with your pieces. Bishop here, knight here, rook in. That's how you want to play.
Sir, I want to say something, but I'll just spoil it.
Okay. You want to what?
Say something, but it'll spoil it. It's
What?
something
Spoil
you said
what?
just now.
What? Now you need to tell us.
It's just spoil.
No? Okay.
What
E5.
will it
Okay.
spoil?
Fine. E5 was played by black, and now F5. I don't know why. I mean, you don't want to open up your rook. And Nemugul is asking why to open the rook up. Ashvik is like, no thanks. I don't want my rook to be opened. No. F5. Now there's 2 pawns in the center, no, 1 pass pawn. There's no need for this. You should just take. There will still be a pass pawn, but not protected pass pawn. This is protected. This can become a problem if it comes closer. So
Did you just play this that pawn, e pawn? So could you just play bishop e4?
white has just moved the pawn. How will black take? White take again on percent. You move the pawn and then you take on percent. Then what is that? White has just played f5. So it's black's turn right now. So black played rook c8. Who was playing with pieces? And now Ashwin continues his plan of getting the h pawn to
Okay.
h6.
Yeah.
Nayamukal says, come no further. Good move or bad move, Arav, by Nayamukal?
Bad.
Why do you say that?
Sir, because it's like weakening its castle.
But it's an endgame, no? Just 3 pieces. Why should the king have a castle? King is already like itching to come out.
Like the king is like.
I want to come
it's
out, so.
surrounded by pieces.
Okay, what does Ved
Sir,
say?
but
Huh?
it can get the because open fire also the rook.
Yeah, so, yeah, Ved is saying?
Sir, when pawn takes.
Pawn will take back.
Which one?
Pawn, of course, otherwise the knight will hang. Expect your opponent to play the best move. Pawn takes.
And then you can play bishop to h6. So
You can play that now also. Before the rook opens up, you can play bishop h6 and then take. That is winning.
So like
If you allow this and then play bishop h6, rook will come to f7. So the winning move or the move that gives you advantage is directly bishop h6, rook will have to move, then take. They can't take back because knight hangs.
Did I play bishop h6?
No, let's see what he did. I don't know. Let me
Or
check.
you just pushed up on the game.
He played something good, but not bishop h6. He played bishop. I mean, the second best thing to do is just take. Take the open file. Right? There can be an attack if your rook also comes there, like doubling of the rook.
So like double H.
Yeah, double. Yeah.
Battery.
Yeah, if we form a battery of rooks, then it will be good. But he plays bishop g5, threatening the knight, but that's a mistake. It's a mistake that's like reduces his advantage considerably. Why is it behind? Why is bishop g5 bad? Nobody seen it? Okay, Arav,
because of knight e4.
how does that make bishop g5 bad? I can move my bishop back. It's not like it's bad. I'm still a piece up. I'm not giving you anything. Knight e4, bishop will come here and like stop.
So then
There's a very simple move here for black which Nayamukal played and Ashwin doesn't remember.
So now,
Yes.
pawn takes d5.
Pawn takes g5.
No, pawn takes f5.
Sacrificing a knight. That's what Nayamukal can do. When you're already down material, sacrifice one more piece, like blunder one more. So Nayamukal of course plays knight takes pawn. Why is nobody seeing this? Ashwin basically gave up his h pawn. He ran with the h pawn and then gave it away. Like all that work the poor h pawn did was for this. So it's not a good idea. Ashwin plays g4, he gets the h file, but the knight will go back to g7. Yeah, so opponent got one pawn for the.
So
Now
bishop to h6.
Huh.
Now Ashwik is
bishop
Ashwik
h6
is
threatens
very-
f6, so that's a good move. But
Sir, I told you to
he'll move the rook, and the game goes on. Bishop h6 is a good move. He plays rook h6. That's good because he wants to create the battery.
Sir, I was also thinking about that.
Okay. Rook to c7.
I played rook to h1.
No, you didn't. You should have played this.
But
But you played f6.
oh my god!
What happened? Bad move, is it? Like
Sir, he's playing
everything.
pawns.
So he's making a threat also, na? You're like sitting there ready to put your next reaction. Whatever happens, if it's not the best move, your reaction is ready.
He's like,
You don't need to do that. Your aim should be to learn from the game. There is no need to react every time some move happens. What is so surprising about the move? Like he played a bad move, absolutely terrible move. There's no need to do that. Try to learn from the game. That is the aim of doing the analysis. So f6 is fine. It's not a bad move. It gets a pawn to f6. The king can never come out of the back rank, will be weak. And the knight will move, which is fine. So he played, Nayamukal played knight to e6, attacking the bishop. Ashwin, can he play rook h1 here?
No.
Because bishop will hang and there's no threat there. Knight would be defending it.
That will
So
be
Ashwin,
useless.
bishop e3 was played by Ashwin. And now Nayamukal says, why should you have all the fun? I also want to make threats here. So Ashwin is now a little bit worried. No, he's not worried. Ashwin is saying, okay, you can take my c pawn, no problem.
I'll give you checkmate.
Yeah, I'll first attack you there. So Nayamukal says, Not so fast. I have a knight defending everything. My knight is going to defend that king side like the best knight in the world. So you can't do anything there now. So what are you going to do, Ashvik?
So what
And now
about
Ashvik should defend this, right? Because he can't. Yeah, knight c3
No.
makes sense.
Or pawn c3.
Yeah, pawn c3 is better because then there's nothing on the c file.
I play knight.
Knight c3 is fine, but then he can start pushing and kick your knight.
I play knight.
Or this. That's what Neyamukul did. d5, inviting Ashvik to take the pawn. There was no need for this. b5. I mean a6 b5 was safer. Will Ashvik take?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, if you don't take, then d4 is anyway coming. So Ashvik has to take. No. Yeah, Ashvik didn't take. Ashvik played bishop d2. Ashvik didn't want to allow rook takes e2,
Sir, if he
which is
takes,
fine. If he takes, rook takes
takes
e2.
it, then four.
What? 97? Ah, yeah, good calculation.
Sir, I also found that.
Okay,
That's why I
good.
told that.
Oh, I
Okay.
formed that after I played the move.
Okay.
I'm not doing that.
You mean you're taking so much time for moves and still you didn't calculate knight takes
So
bishop
no,
cross
sir. He calculates what happens if he plays the best move, then he plays the second best move.
Okay, alright. So he plays bishop d2. Now opponent plays d4.
Oh.
Why allow this here? Now still can play knight d5.
Yeah.
Still
Yeah.
black cannot take, right?
But he still did not play.
He did.
Oh,
Now he has to
Oh.
But he got the pawn. He could
play. He
come
didn't
to
get the pawn, but yeah,
Why
opponent
was he
cannot
like,
take.
oh!
He just saved his knight. He was celebrating. Okay, and now Neyamukul thought my rooks are crashing in,
Oh.
but Ashvik says not so
Not
fast.
so fast.
97.
Time to
Grabbing the bull by its tail. And 97 takes this trick.
So the best thing would be if we get the knight, sir, because then we could do a checkmate.
Yeah, but you take what you get now. I mean, so of course Ashvik takes. Knight takes. Neyamukul has a choice.
Rook takes.
Rook takes here or rook takes here. Which would you choose, Aryan? If you again say not me again, then I'll never ask you any question. So you have to have a mindset to be ready to face challenge, not run away from it.
Rook takes the knight.
Rook takes knight, says Aryan. Anybody who would take the bishop?
No,
Two pe-
yeah, no, bishop.
Three people would take the bishop, is it? Two people. Okay. So it's better to take the bishop. Because knight can't do that much damage here. If the bishop comes here and here, or rook move bishop h6, or directly bishop b4, gone, no? The bishop is much more powerful than a knight in an open position. This is an open position. There's so many things happening. Like here, the bishop is better than the knight. So black should take the bishop, not the knight. And the pawns can start running.
So the rook is also
So what
Yeah,
did
rook
he
is
do?
active. She took with the rook. She, right? And now Ashvik got a pawn, but this game is still very close. Because if Ashvik can't do anything there, and if these pawns run down, Ashvik will be the one in trouble because it's two connected pass pawns. So, knight takes pawn,
So
Neyamukul
you could
plays.
try to do an exchange.
Where exchange? Exchange what?
So you could go like h2,
h2?
rook h2.
Okay. But then no attack there. Then the knight will be free to move after the exchange.
Then we somehow
So-
have to sacrifice our knight.
How will you sacrifice it?
Why would it?
You don't need to sacrifice it. You just have to activate your king. That will take care of the pawns a little bit.
Sacrifice the knight.
Okay, so king g8 was played by Neyamukul.
Sir, knight to c6.
Yeah, knight c6. You have to bring your pieces back, and the king also into the game.
Exactly.
Then you are okay to deal with the pawns. Knight c6, rook f2. That's a good move because that pawn is the problem pawn for Neyamukul. Because of this pawn, she can't do anything. Yeah, of course.
G5
But
degree.
Ashvik played rook c1.
Oh no. Wait.
There's no need to react for every move.
Oh.
It's a good move. It's a good move.
It's kind of.
Is it? Yeah, it looks.
Yeah.
He can also take here, no?
And the
Okay, so
I
Neyamukul,
wasn't
of
going-
course.
I wasn't going for that.
Anyway, rook takes f6 happened. Let's move on fast now. Knight e7, king g7. So Neyamukul is now out of the danger she was in, somewhat. And now
G5.
g5. That's a good move because it
Protecting
defends the
and
rook. The
protecting.
king is still stuck in the small cage over here, and the rook has to move. Rook went to e6.
Attacking.
He attacked me.
The knight.
She
Yeah.
attacked my neck like 1,000 times after that.
Yeah, knight d5, and here she has to start running with the pawns, with the e pawn especially. It's defended. But she played rook d6. Not a good idea. I mean, a lot of time we get tempted to attack one piece, and if it moves again, attack that piece. That doesn't help us. Yeah. So Nehmugal plays. I mean, Ashwik plays
I
knight
think
d4.
I should have played knight to f6.
Knight to f6.
Sir,
Ah,
I do
yeah, that would have been a
for
good
fun,
place.
sir. I do that thing for fun.
That's
Chase other people.
So knight f6 would have been a really good square for the knight, because then black again is stuck with this knight, and then your rook can come in.
Why did
But yeah, knight b4, f6 was played, finally getting out of jail.
So if knight f6,
Hmm.
rook takes.
Why would you want to blunder your rook? I'll just take your rook. See, think, then speak. Okay, so pawn to f6, opening up this finally, but then a visitor arrives. Rook c7.
Yay,
So-
I was a terrorist.
Knight comes to d7.
Sir, a terrorist.
Yeah, and here Ashwik blundered.
Pawn to f6?
Yeah, he played pawn to f6.
Oh no!
He was in time pressure. Maybe he thought the pawn promote, but no, I think it was a straight up blunder. He thought the rook is still defended when the pawn takes.
So
And
now
now he plays f7.
he promotes. There's still no.
How? It's this move again, is it? There's no move for black.
So
So
even
what?
if he promotes it, then
Calmness, calmness.
I calculated this.
You calculate this. So this is winning for white, is it? This position is winning for white. Because if pawn is on f7, you
Sir,
win.
he may have.
I am asking Ashwik, is it winning for white?
Oh,
Silence, please. Ashwik, is this position winning for white? Right now you just push the pawn. Is it winning for you?
no,
Yes, sir.
I am asking Ashwik.
Yes, sir.
Why do you say that, Ashwik? You are down by 2 pawns. And if this pawn falls, you'll be down by 3 pawns.
He cannot.
Stop this pawn. Tell that to my king. Stop the pawn. Now what? My knight is stopping and my king is stopping. I don't know what. If you want, rook will also come if you give me a chance. But yeah, not now because knight's hanging.
Did Ganvi play that?
No, she didn't. But that's the thing. You should not give away a full rook just to get a pawn to f7. If the king is far away, then it's a different story. Like here, even knight is there. Yes, wait, what happened?
But even if he plays something else,
If you Nehmugal actually played e4, which is a blunder. If you play something else, it's bad. King g7 is the only move. I'll ask you to find the winning move that Ashwik found, not Ashwik, others. How do you win this? Yes, Arav.
sir, rook to d7.
Rook to?
d7.
Yeah. Like snap of the defender. Rook takes knight. And Ashwik found it. That's it. That's how we win.
We get the queen knight.
Yeah. So Rook takes and then he promoted and he went on to win the game. After
But
that.
sir, she didn't need to take the rook back.
No, then she is down by material by a lot. No? She lost the knight. She'll be down 2 pieces. No, she won't be down 2 pieces. She'll be down 1 piece. Yeah, and the pawn is still going close to promotion. But that would have been a best chance, but she just took automatically.
why
Thinking
did she
actually-
ever play e4? That was a blunder.
Yeah, but
So
you
now
don't realize
he-
that he's going to play rook takes 9. If you were the human, also play d4. It's not like you will play king g7 because I'm so good. Vihan is so good, Vihan will play king g7. When you see somebody play a bad move, learn from it. Don't think like, "Oh, she played a bad move, what did she do? No, no,
And
no.
in the game,
Learn
I
from
didn't
the
think
game.
of that